What's going on, family? And I'm back at y'all with another video, bro. And today I'm gonna educate y'all boys, you know what I'm saying, as well as educate myself, bro. Today we're going to be reacting to every addiction ranked, bro. So we gonna see which one is the least addictive to the most addictive and the most dangerous, you know what I'm saying, on the scale comparison. You know what I'm saying? So let's get right the fuck into it. Why am I talking?
Addictions, a very prominent series here on the Duck channel. I've talked about video game and caffeine addiction, but today we're going to discuss them all. We're going to rank all the worst addictions in a tier list. And at S tier, it's going to go from the least concerning all the way at F tier, the most concerning addiction. And at the end of the video, we're going to crown an addiction the worst.
Don't y'all think it should be the other way around?
Ever, and we're gonna crown it the G tier. First up, we got on the list that I shittily made in 5 minutes: shopping/spending money. Now, a lot of people just have the sudden urge to get a new designer bag, even though the Michael Kors bag is doing the job just perfectly fine. And it can get to the point where people can put themselves in debt, spend it on a credit card, and are just completely irresponsible with their money. Sometimes I'm hauling ass to multiple stores. I'll go to this store and that store. It's like a whole ass roadmap for the day. But most people will not get to the point where they're like overdrafting on their credit card, so we'll give it like a calm D tier. Social media. For this one, it all depends on what you're consuming. Because if you're consuming that skibbity toilet or lanky box, or any like janky ass YouTube Kids video, your brain cells are gonna be fried. And if I spend too much time consuming content, I will literally feel tired for the entire day. So with that, you won't even be productive. So we'll give it like a C tier. It's obviously not that bad, but it will definitely distract you, and it will.
Nah, I feel like consuming social media should have been higher. You know what I'm saying? That shit is a killer, bro. There's too many people, especially teenagers and preteens, that just sit on fucking YouTube and shit all day and don't do shit. It's too many. It's too many.
Distract 4.95 billion people if they consume too much and if they're not careful what they consume. Vaping. There's nothing good that comes out of this. The only thing
absolutely nothing, family. So if you're a vapor, stop vaping.
Out of vaping is popcorn lungs and coughing. All right, people will just hit this thing repeatedly and just try to get a buzz every like 2 minutes. Yeah, dopamine release about to go crazy when you hit the Nicholas team, but it lasts like 2 seconds, and it tastes like horse shit, and it looks like you're sucking on a dick. So we'll give it an F tier. Along with the threats of vaping, there's a very cringe aesthetic around it. Like, for example, someone will just vape on their story, and I guess I'm supposed to be shivering in my boots. Oh, shiver me timbers, he's got a vape, guys. I'm not letting my girl know.
Family, if y'all really want to smoke something, bro, I'm not promoting anything YouTube, so don't copyright strike me. Don't do none of that weird stuff. But I'm just saying, if you want to smoke, I suggest smoking weed over vapes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get into why. Do your research.
Near him, music. All right, this John is on all day for me. I have crazy hours on Spotify. Is music an addiction? I really have no clue. But how can you not?
Music is an addiction.
Get enough of these bangers. Like, oh my god, like I'm on a whole nother planet. I'm floating, I'm turning up. Music is just great. S tier. My body literally gets the chills when I'm floating to a song. But I don't see any downsides to listening to music unless it's a distraction to you. Next, we got caffeine. Your heart is literally gonna pull up to your bedroom and murder you in your sleep if you drink too much caffeine. And the kidneys are gonna put you in a body bag. And
y'all, caffeine, I wouldn't. The only benefit to people, the only benefit caffeine has to people is it wakes you up. I don't know if that's true, you know what I'm saying, because I didn't do my own research personally. You know what I'm saying? I'm not believing anything just people say. That's just the common norm, you know what I'm saying? But if that is true, I feel like you should just drink it lightly, ever so slightly. Do not get hooked on caffeine. It's bad. It's a bad habit. It's a bad addiction, bro.
Throw you in the grave. Your kidneys are going to be crying for help, and your heart is going to be beating so fast. If you have an appropriate amount of caffeine, it'll help you lock in. But I don't know how people can have so much caffeine. If I pass 1 cup of coffee, I'm doing the jitters at my desk. So we're going to have to give it a D tier for that. If you're overusing caffeine, you're just missing the point. So its purpose is just gone. Next, we got ALK. Or apple juice. Yeah, I don't see myself ever getting 10 beers deep to the point where I'm walking sideways like, I'll happily pass on that, because when I'm at a bar and I'm trying to get a girl's number, I'm gonna be looking in the opposite direction of the girl. If I'm 10 beers deep, I'm gonna be looking at the wall. And this is every college kid's addiction. This is at every frat party known to man. Some frat guy will come up to you and be like, yo, you want a brewski, dude? Like, they're serving this shit like it's at a restaurant, unless it's like BYOB. So I guess after you slam down your brew brewski like a frat guy. Some random's gonna come up to you and start dapping you up like, yo, bro, you're my homie, man. I love you, man. Who the hell was that? Yeah, alcohol makes you loose with about anybody. Like, at first, like, whenever you're at a party, the vibe's awkward at first, and then hours later, everyone's turning the hell up. But yeah, people drink responsibly and don't go over their limits. We'll give it like a C tier. Because some people, when you get around them and they have too much, it's just so annoying. People will just be mad obnoxious, but it will help you warm up at social functions. Because you don't want to be that sober guy at the party, trust me. But drink...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never drunk y'all personally, so it's just something y'all know about me. But I feel like being sober at a party is just... Yeah, that's why I don't go to parties.
responsibly. And don't be an idiot. Next we got the green G, or that gas. I just felt lethargic and stupid for just 2 hours. They're the type to wake and bake. They'll have it on them at all times, and they'll be fried basically everywhere they go. You don't want to have too much, because you're going to be puking. I know from a friend, it's not fun. And sometimes you could have pretty bad trips, so we're going to have to give it a D tier. Next up, we have eating. More specifically, just overeating or junk food in general.
Yeah. Binge eating is so bad for you, bro.
Now look, if my mom makes a whole batch of cookies in the oven, I'm floating down there like I'm Drake, just sniffing the air like cookies
Like
and milk.
Drake is
It just
insane.
hits. It hits harder than my dad's bed. But yeah, after I'm done eating the cookies though, all the happiness, the joy I got from eating the cookies is gone because I feel like a tub of lard after. I feel like I evolved from Grimer to Muck. And if I eat
Some
too
of them
much
Grimer
junk
to
food,
Muck,
like I'm literally just gonna be on the
comparison.
couch lying there like, I'm literally just gonna feel like shit. But never should you get to the point where you're doing mukbangs like Nick Avocado. Like, that shit is not healthy.
It's not.
I was just playing a very dangerous game. Some companies will add whatever they can to their food to taste good, so it can trigger that dopamine release, and you eat more and more. Junk food is good, but too much, it's not good for you. So we'll give it a B tier. Next we have gambling, and gambling is just stupid. It's literally just a waste of money. You have such a low percentage...
Gambling is low-key the worst on this list by far, bro. Like, gambling is worse than, I don't know, it's like neck and neck with vaping, for sure. Like, for sure. This should be neck and neck with vaping. I ain't gonna lie. In my opinion, y'all, the first two, the worst he just named, gambling and vaping. Gambling is like the worst thing you could ever do in this world, bro. There's literally like, I'm just letting him explain it.
Chance of winning at a machine. Like, they literally rig the goddamn thing so the company makes the most amount of money they can. Like, I tried sports betting and that shit went horrible, so don't do it. I thought I was an avid enough viewer of the NFL to the point where I thought, you know what, I could probably win. Nope. I got absolutely shit on. The odds are impossible, alright? They try to make you think that you're gonna be the one to win that milli, but you're not. All these machines literally just statistically fuck you in the ass. And you could lose thousands of dollars from this addiction, so F tier. It's garbage.
Yes, it is the worst thing. I'm glad he agreed. Also, don't try to justify gambling, bro. In any video game that you spend real life money on, that you have a chance of getting something, you know what I'm saying? If that shit not guaranteed, if you can't go to the game, like it could be video games, it could be real life. If you can't guarantee you could get something with real money purchases, bro, it's gambling. You know what I'm saying? If it's a chance you could get it, you're gambling. You know what I'm saying? Do not justify gambling. Do not fall for it just because it's not gambling. It's not casino promoting gambling. You know what I'm saying? You think of casinos, you think of gambling. You know what I'm saying? But in video games, it happens too. That's how they get some of y'all money. But if you could directly purchase something, you know, and the video game was a random example, but I'm just trying to show y'all that they had gambling in things we care most about, you know? That could be with like a lot of things. So yeah.
Like with shopping, at least it's not empty money. You get stuff. But with this, no. Nothing.
Yeah.
Working. Now, a lot of people just like to take extra hours, which of course, go ahead. But working can get to an addiction to the point where you're just a workaholic.
Yeah.
Just sitting there, grinding, on the grind for hours.
Yep.
No sleep, no food. Just grind. Yeah, you're just gonna burn yourself out doing this, trust me. And you won't be able to stay consistent at your job because you're not doing a healthy amount. But if you are working a lot, it can be a good thing because you're like hella productive. We'll still give it an S tier. This addiction probably will get you the furthest.
Working, I will give you I give working an A, B tier. Worst, the worst I give it is a C. You know what I'm saying? Because if you just work too much, if you work your ass off, you know what I'm saying? It depends on what you're doing. That matters. It depends on what you're working on for it to be unhealthy, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Depends on what you're doing. Regardless of the outcome, which is most likely money. I mean the income, which is most likely money. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what you're working at, bro, or what you're doing.
Life. If you're addicted to your work practically and you love it so much, it can definitely get you places, but you gotta step away at some points. Love addiction. This is the one where you constantly are just chasing a relationship because you want to be like Drake, getting all giddy when you see your girl. I guess that's the feeling that they're addicted to, is that fresh relationship, the start. Their self-esteem just takes a massive hit when they're single. It's like they need to be in a relationship or else their self-confidence is gonna be below sea level. But yeah, constantly being in and out of relationships and trying to chase girls and trying to get them to love me back doesn't sound very pleasant. And if you're out here chasing, bro, you're just gonna be labeled as desperate. So we're gonna have to give it like a D tier. Like,
love addiction, bro. My beautiful ladies and my men, don't do it. Don't fall for the scam, bro. I don't care what age you are. I'm telling you now, you're gonna regret that shit when you get older. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, I wish I was doing this. I wish I was focused on something else, bro. If you in that phase right now where you feel like you need to be in a relationship, you need to be talking to somebody to feel a certain way, bro, I'm trying to tell you right now to save you years of wasting your time, potentially years of wasting your time. You do not need to do that, family. You know what I'm saying? You do not think you need to be in a relationship to be better or whatever feeling you're trying to chase. Or if you think you just need somebody, no, you don't. You don't need love. You know what I'm saying? You need love, but not partner love. You don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Focus on something greater.
this could possibly send you on an emotional roller coaster, so no. The Hub. Yee. It's not a taboo topic for a reason. It's one of those unspeakable things people do in their rooms late at night, pitch black. And then they just sit there like a toad on a bench when they're done. Hubbington will literally mess with the inner workings of your mind. And your self-confidence is just gonna be cooked. You're basically Sneeko through the phone at that point. And you won't even be focused either. You'll be in class sitting there thinking about the baddie you just saw in there last night. Let's just put it into perspective. You were to go to the gym, get a crazy pump in before you go out on a date with this girl, or you go on Hubbington. Which scenario do you think you'll feel more confident in? There you go. And if you're saying Hubbington, you're just coping. We're gonna have to give this one a G tier. But the video is not over yet. There could be a...
The Hub is G tier. I forgot that he said that's the highest one. I feel like gambling is... gambling could be in G... Nah, gambling is definitely in G tier. Vaping can stay where the tier is at, but vaping I think should be in G tier. The Hub should be in, what's the F tier? Yeah, D tier or F tier. One of those two. I'm not gonna say it's not as bad, cause me personally, I don't know nothing about the Hub. I know what it is, but I don't know nothing about it. But nah.
Another addiction.
I don't think it's as bad as gambling.
That tops this one. That can be crowned the Duck's worst addiction. Next, we have video games. It's kind of comparable to social media. Like, if you spend too much time on video games, your brain is going to be cooked. Like, sure, your brain is being active while playing video games versus social media, but it's a lot for the brain to handle. And as long as you don't play for, like, I don't know, 10 plus hours a day, and you're not letting the game consume you of rage, you're going to be good, of course. Like, if you just play a few hours a day. It's a pretty manageable addiction for most. But you do have Discord mod Dannies out there that make video games their entire life, and they just sit there grinding every second of their life that they have towards the video game and try to progress in any way that they can. I'll give it like a solid B tier because
nah, B tier, nah. I feel like the game minimum is worse. Actually, I say B tier. Yeah, he's right. Minimum, maximum, G tier, which is the worst one on his, going off of his list. G tier, maximum, cause it'd be some losers, bro. Like some insane losers who will play the same game for hours. Like They probably play 1 or 2 other games, but they don't play that too long, and they just go back to the one that they always grind, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's really loser shit, bro. It's really loser shit. You know what I'm saying?
On like social
And the
media.
only praise they get from that is when somebody new who come to the game, be like, oh my god, bro, I wish I had the stuff you had. You know what I'm saying? How long you been playing, bro? That's the only praise and hype they get. You know what I'm saying? When a new player enter the shit, but they been playing, so they get to tell them the ropes and stuff, the little techniques, the tactics. You know what I'm saying? That's the only praise them losers is getting. Other than that, outside of life, they got not too much going on for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
You're like actively engaged. You're communicating with people. You're not just sitting there rotting in your bed. So that puts it a step above social media or just scrolling.
I agree. Because at least you're doing something for yourself. Social media, you just doom scrolling. I agree.
Next up, I don't even know if this one's an addiction or if you could consider it an addiction, but a lot of people say that they're addicted to hanging out with their friends. There's like this.
Yeah. I have one close friend like this. I call him a brother. I have a close. I think you know who he is too.
Survey that revealed that 69% of the respondents were addicted to their friends. Now, I don't know if any of you in the comments could say that you're addicted to friends or like hanging out with them or whatever. Because
50.
socializing with people is a human need, and it releases dopamine and oxytocin and all this other shit. That makes us happy. So you know what? I'm gonna have to give it an S tier. I'm proudly addicted.
I agree. The worst it could get is B tier maybe. B tier. Or C tier maybe. You know what I'm saying? But hanging out with friends, bro, oh my god. The ones you actually call your friends, yeah. Amazing feeling, bro. I love hanging out with my friends. They make me smile, bro. As y'all friends should make y'all smile. You know what I'm saying? Friends should make you smile. Friends should be able to give you criticism, etc., bro. I'm out here coaching, bro. We supposed to be learning. Shit. Y'all let me know in the comments if I be yapping too much in these videos.
To hanging out with my friends. I don't give a fuck. Staying up late. Now, this is not a crazy addiction by any means, but I don't know, just something is just so peaceful about staying up late. It's just so quiet. I can independently do leisure activities. Just the late night lock-in in general just hits different. It definitely does beat tossing and turning in bed and just not being able to fall asleep.
does.
So sometimes I will wake up out of my slumber and go do some leisure activities or get some work done. Start cooking up some hot ass in the studio, whatever it is, whatever my mind is feeling. It's like you're in your own world. You don't have to follow anyone's schedule or nothing for the few hours that you have. And no matter how many times I say it, oh, I'm gonna go to bed early, never happens.
Never happens.
So for this one, we'll give it like a C tier, kind of.
Yeah. I get at a C tier. I am a victim to staying up late, y'all. I stay up late a lot. Like, it's actually, this is my only addiction. Like, I will admit to, and I don't have no problem admitting. Like, I'm addicted to staying up late, and I think this shit just better. And I have my own beliefs on why I stay up late, but you know what I'm saying. It got its ups, it got its downs. It's nowhere near as half as bad as a lot of shit on here, though. You know what I'm saying. It does have its major drawbacks. Don't get me wrong. But yeah,
depends what you do when you stay up late.
And it does depend on what you do when you stay up late. That's the biggest. That's what matters. Because if you're staying up late bullshitting, I ain't gonna lie, take your black ass to bed. Take your, you know, I ain't gonna be stereotypical, but bruh, you need to take your ass to bed, folks.
Hardcore drugs. Okay, that was a crazy plot twist. They're expensive. They can ruin your life. They're super
this is
addictive,
a G tier.
And some people will
Easily.
literally live in cardboard boxes for these things. All right, this is probably gonna be G tier. Duck's worst addiction. Crown it right now. I'm not messing with that shit ever. But one thing that I will mess with and that you should become addicted to is watching the duck. Okay, no, I'm kidding.
All right, y'all. My last little thoughts on this last one. Definitely, now that he mentioned it, hardcore drugs is definitely the worst one. Like, absolutely the worst. I don't think I need to explain that. You know what I'm saying? What's worse than gambling and everything else he named on his list. I knew I went hard for the gambling, but bro, you can't top the hardcore drugs, bro. You can't. Hardcore drugs are just insane. But I love y'all boys and my beautiful ladies. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, good evening. Did I say good noon already? I think I did. To whatever time y'all watching this, I love y'all. Stay P. And I will see y'all when I see y'all.